up to the Woven Almanac channel. Today is episode 11 and the time of filming is roughly the beginning of March 2023. Sometimes people comment on videos that I posted over a year ago and I'm like, don't remember, what was I saying? You know, so anyway, let's just do intros first, if it is your first time joining me. So my name is Dawn and I'm originally from Manchester, which is the northwest of England. And for over 20 years, I've been living in the Netherlands. I live just on the border of Amsterdam. I live here with my partner Lawrence, he's South African, and our boys Joshua and William, and our fur babies Jack, who's our very scruffy Parsons Terrier, and Daxter, who's our very fluffy ginger cat. So that's a little bit about me. If you really want to know more about, you know, what I do, get up to in life, travelling around the Netherlands, travelling, you know, here, there and everywhere. I also host another channel on YouTube, which is how I originally started on YouTube, and that's the Dawn Stage channel. That's usually vlogging. However, I used to host a podcast on that channel. So if you really want to go back in time and have a look at, you know, what I was up to a couple of years ago, if you want to go to Dawn's Days, there's a playlist there called the Craft Workshop Podcast. Everything I talk about in this video, there'll be timestamps, so you can, you know, flick back and forth. And if possible, there'll be a link to what I'm speaking about. And if not a link, at least, you know, I'll just put the description, you know, in a, or the title of, you know, particular pattern or product. So I'll try and give you as access to as much information as I can, as I'm going to share with you. So if it's your first time, welcome. And if you haven't done so already, maybe you want to hit the subscribe button wherever it is on the device you're watching on. And likes are always welcome. Any interaction you do with the channel helps our little community grow. So if you're not from the vlog channel, I'll give you a quick life update of what I've been up to. Oh, but first I'll tell you how you can reach me on other channels. That's what I should say. So yes, Dawn's Days is the vlog channel. I'm also very active on Instagram, and that's at Dawn's Days. I do own the account, the Woven Almanac, on Instagram, but I don't use it. I've just created it to secure it for, you know, a time in the future if I want to juggle a few different Instagram accounts, which is a job in itself. If you're an avid Facebook fan, I host a really nice small crafting community on there. That's Crafty World 1. So again, links below to everything. And I think that's where you can find me. My email address is also below if you want to ask me anything, or, you know, just want to reach out and say hello. So there's a link to that below. And yeah, I read every comment. I try and get back and reply to all of them. So, you know, don't be despondent if I don't get back to you straight away. But just know I'm reading them all, and I appreciate every, you know, every interaction, every comment that you give to me. Okay, formalities over. So yes, what have I been up to since I last filmed? So the hernia situation, you know, many of you are suffering with neck problems. So I was under, at my local hospital, I was in the pain clinic, and they've referred me back to the neurologist now. I've sort of reached the end of the journey with the pain clinic, so we need to, you know, see what else can be done for me. And they've upped my medication. I'm on nortriptyline. So I was on 10 milligram, which didn't do anything, and now I'm on 20 milligram. So I don't know, it seems to help a little bit, but, you know, it's not cured the situation. So I won't be seeing the neurologist till April now. So I'll keep you all up to date on the vlog if you want to, you know, listen to the journey and, you know, maybe you relate, maybe you've got a similar injury. The other thing I've been up to, well, I didn't get up to it, but we can't remember when it was now. Over a year ago, I gifted Lawrence a voucher to do indoor skydiving, and he received notification that in March it was going to expire. So we booked that, and he went and did that, and it's in like a giant wind tunnel, and, you know, they give you a flying suit and the crash helmet and goggles, and with an instructor, and then well, it is skydiving, but you're not sort of, you're jumping out of something. You're just sort of stepping into a very windy tunnel. So yeah, he did that. It looked great fun. I mean, when my neck thing's sorted out, I'd like to do that as a family day. I think the boys would also like that. My mum turned 70 since the last podcast. Unfortunately, I couldn't go over to the UK. My sister Estelle took her away for a weekend and they had a thoroughly nice time. They went to Liverpool and my mum went to the Cavern. So she's a Beatles fan, as many of us are. So that was lovely. And actually, as I'm filming, I'm not sure when this will upload, my youngest son William turned 16. So that's quite exciting. Got a birthday coming up. What else? Oh yeah, the migraine, the ocular migraine that I spoke about in the last episode. Again, quite a few of you said that you'd had them and I'd never heard of them before. Happily, I'm going to report that I've not had any further incidents with that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it was just a one-off and probably related to being, I don't know, stressed, overtired, whatever. So yeah, that was really interesting that so many of you reported that you've had them or suffer from them. So my sympathies, they're very scary, but yeah, thankfully that seems to be over for me. So I think that's pretty much it. I've been super busy with work. If it is your first time here, I do work 4 days a week. I have a job that's hybrid. I have an office in Amsterdam and I can home work. And I do have a studio in my local art centre where I can do like bigger or messier kind of projects. The new owner celebrated 5 years of ownership of that in the week. I was in the art centre, but I was in a meeting, so I couldn't go and grab a piece of cake, but I could hear all the merriment going on. That was nice. What I try and do is work from there at least 1 day a week because I have good internet connection. And yeah, it's my happy place. So I'm just going to have a slurp of instant coffee. Lovely Starbucks mug, a British one from my friend Nicola. Hi, if you're watching. So today, what have we got on? I'm going to stop waffling now. I have got some. I've got some crochet to share with you. I've got some knitting to share with you. I've got a couple of other crafts because I am a craftaholic. I'm an all-round crafter. I've got a couple of other crafts. One of them is painting related. One of them is kind of painting related. I've got some incoming, and stick around to the end because in the incoming I'm also going to host a giveaway. So I'm most excited about that. So let's crack on. Should we do? Let's do crochet first. I'm looking at the mess in front of you and I've just seen an end that I didn't weave in. So well, can I pop that in now? Sneaky. Yes, it's gone. It's disappeared. Right, I've been struggling with my crochet and I love to crochet. I really do. But I don't know. I started quite big crochet projects and I don't know. I just sort of, I lost my crojo, so to speak. So I thought, what can I do? Like small project wise, just to whet the appetite and keep me going again. And I know many of you who do, you lose your knitting enthusiasm, you lose your crojo, you know, you lose at some point, you lose a little bit of the passion for the craft that you do. So, and I always look for ways to, okay, don't lose it, but how can I just stimulate, you know, being into it again? So I'm happy to report I have got myself going. So I was on the Hobby website and I didn't even realise that Hobby offer a multitude of free crochet and knitting patterns. So I was just having a click, you know, like you do, like on Ravelry, click, Pinterest, click. And I found this really cute little pattern and I thought, do you know what, it's free, I'm going to have a go at this. And already I've only printed off in black and white, but the photo had like a vintage kind of feel. So I did print off the pattern. So this is so free pattern on Hobby, and it's by the designer. Yeah, it does have it. It's by Tinny Summer Hansen, I think it is. I'll try and remember to put a link below. And it's called Tumbler Elf Boy. And the reason it's called Tumbler is you can put like a ball inside it so it sort of wobbles. I didn't have a ball and I won't use it. It was just for, you know, get me going with the crochet kind of thing again, crochet I should say. So here he is. How cute is he? As I said, he should have a ball inside him. I've just put, you know, filler in. And what can I say about him? So I crocheted him with Scheepjes Stonewash, which is a Dutch yarn brand. I like to do amigurumi in either the Stonewash or in the Katona. Yeah, he's got a little scarf that can come off, and his little hat, I stitched that on. A little bit of shaping with his eyes. Quite a clever trick that. I've never used that before. I'll definitely use that again. A little stitched nose, and yeah, there he is. I'm tempted to sew a little bell. I think if he did tumble, I think a little bell would be nice on there. I mean, if it's for a small child, I would seriously consider it, but maybe it would make like a nice cat toy actually. You pop a bit of catnip in it, you know, and it wobbles a little bell on there. I think a cat would like that too. So yeah, here he is with his little arms. And yeah, definitely really gave me a nudge in the right direction. Really enjoyed making that. I think I did mine in a 3mm hook, and the pattern asked for a 2.5. And yeah, I'm trying not to do like really small tight amigurumi because it does bother my neck. So this is the size I got with a 3mm. I think it's a decent size, you know. And again, if it is for a baby, you can stitch the scarf on. Maybe if you don't want to use safety eyes, I mean, these are well wedged in. You could even do like, oh, what's it called? French knots. You could embroider the eyes. And yeah, you could even, I know there's those little balls, plastic balls that you can put in toys that are like musical. They play like a little tinkle. So yeah, really happy with that. So what do you think? Do we like him? Recommend this one. So yeah, this sewer gave me a nudge in the right direction. And then I saw a colleague of mine, she'd been on a little mini break, and I saw her holiday pictures on her Instagram. Lo and behold, she was wearing a crochet bucket hat. Now, and it was really nice. It was very bright colours, and I thought I've always wanted to have a go at making a bucket hat. However, I wouldn't wear one. So I actually used a combination of different patterns. So this isn't an actual pattern. I've made it up as I went along. But it starts off, you make like a pentagon, is it? 5-sided granny. And then the size I've gone for, they're like a 4-round repeat. And then you might make 5 granny squares. Again, 4-round repeat, and then you stitch the 4 granny squares into this circle, and then once the granny squares are joined in a circle, then you attach them to the pentagon, and then I just carried on with a granny stitch all around, and then I finished off with a couple of US terms double crochet and a single crochet to finish it off. So actually really like that. It looks massive on the camera. I'm a medium. I don't want to stretch it out. And I think I did mine. Did I use a 4mm hook? And this is just acrylic that I crocheted mine in. So I think this would be, the size I did was like a small medium. And if you want to go bigger, you could just obviously, you know, increase your hook size. I think it would be nice in cotton. I wouldn't make it in cotton just because cotton's bothering me a bit at the moment with my shoulder and neck, and because there's not much sort of bounce in a cotton, it's not, you know, it's not the easiest to work with. So yeah, so 2 crochet projects. So whilst I was perusing the internet, and depending on when you're watching this, Easter's coming up, I found this really nice free pattern, and I don't remember where I found it, but I'll put a link to it's from gohandmade.net. So I don't know if I got it from Ravelry but again, I'll put, if I can't find the link, because you know I click on hundreds of patterns and forget where I've got them from. But this is Pattern Bunny Friends, and yeah, really fancy having a go at that. I think that would make a lovely Easter bunny, but you know, do it in brown, like a nice vintage. I think in, you know, like the these Scheepjes Stonewash. They do a nice like a brown colour, give it like a vintage feel. And again, I like it. It's got like this shaping on it. So yeah, I'm going to give that a go. So I'm definitely getting there with my crochet. I also had a mind, my Yuletide blanket is sort of winking at me. You know, it's sat in a basket next to where I sit on the sofa. So I'm half tempted to pick that up again. I'm feeling a bit sort of into it. So, and my youngest son, William, just came in. So I was just letting him know I'm filming in case he started asking me questions. Yeah, so that's all the crochet I've got to talk about. Now I've got some knitting to talk about. So if you're regular on the channel, you'll know for the last few years I have followed a really nice make-along on Instagram from Carli, who's the kitchen sink knitter. And I think, yeah, the kitchen sink knitter. And she does, if you sign up to her newsletter, she does the year of dishcloths. So every month you get a free pattern. And I think in the last episode I've shown you January's. I'm pretty sure I did. So we got February's. So here is mine. I've not sewn the ends in yet. And what she's done this year is she gives you like a nice kind of baking recipe. So this was, oh gosh, what's the name? It's like, it's a different name, but if you're from the UK, it's a jammy dodger. So this is the round biscuit and then the jam heart in the middle. And again, this is from a really inexpensive, it's a cotton blend that I bought from it's a budget store in the Netherlands called Zeeman. And I don't know if you can see, it's got a bit of stellina on it in it. It's like an iridescent stellina. And it's actually, I knitted the January dishcloth from the same range. So yeah, it's lovely. I've not blocked it, but really enjoyed knitting that one. Really, really liked it. I actually think that would make a beautiful blanket. If you knitted a load of them and stitched them together, I think that would look lovely, like a little baby blanket. So yes. A finished, very small finished object, but can you see? I'm looking at the back of it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. When I look at it, it's super sparkly. It's like a rainbow stellina. So yes, March, as we've got it all ready as I'm filming this. So I need to empty this. It's got all odd ends of balls in it, but this is my dishcloth bag, and isn't that lovely? That's from my lovely friend Jeanette, who's Crafty Clay Creations. She made this for me, and so this is my designated dishcloth bag. Actually, I know, yeah, it's here. I'm pretty sure I did show this was January's, not blocked. So it's the same range. This is like obviously gold. So same. I'm trying to use Stash for the dishcloths. Same store, Zeeman. This is like, it's an unmercerized, is it cotton? A thicker one? I think the pattern's called for a DK cotton, but I've knitted them in Scheepjes Katona and it's just fine. Yes, this is the biscotti dishcloth. So with the free pattern, you'll get a recipe of how to make biscotti. How nice is that? And I've not done much on it. I've just done the first repeat. But this has got a new stitch in it. I think it's got a twist stitch in it, which I've never done before. And I think it gives you a bit like a cable effect. So, yeah, I've cast it on, done the first round. I think there's like 8 to 10 rounds of that. It's not too late. If you want to sign up for it, I'll put a link below to how you can reach Carli and sign up for these. I think this is the 3rd year I've done it now. And I've learned so much, and they're just like super quick, nice little makes, and yeah, new stitches. So hopefully next podcast I'll show you that one and maybe what's coming up for April. What else have we got knitting wise? Oh yeah, I think I'd sort of lost my knitting, my sock knitting enthusiasm, and I think I'd cast on the V for Valentine. I'm pretty sure I did. The V for Valentine socks by Ellie, who's Craft House Magic. Again, a free pattern. And I've not quite finished them yet, but I'm trying to knit 2 at a time because I don't know about you. If you knit socks, I'm terrible for single sock syndrome. I'll knit one and I'm really into it, and then when it comes to the second one, I'm like, I'm a bit over it by now. So I'm doing 2 at a time. So they're not finished. Interestingly, I'm using different needles. I'm using Chigu, the red lace, and I'm using the Knit Pro Zings, both 2.5. So I'm curious when I finish them and block them, if there's any kind of difference with them. The yarn, it's my own hand-dyed yarn. I'm pretty sure I did show you this last podcast. So I'm on the home stretch now. I'm halfway down the foot. Now, I'll show you. This is the good one in true Dawn fashion. So you can see on either side, so like the ankle, it's got this little heart and the V for the Valentine on both sides. And then actually this, it is a free pattern, so I'm not giving too much away. I've never done this kind of, I normally go for the box standard heel, flap and gusset. So it's the same kind of heel, although this one, it gives you like, I think Ellie calls it like a pinstripe heel. Really nice, lovely, and it's still nice and thick, you know, for a heel. So that's as far as I've got. I should have brought my sock blocker actually. So I'm almost, I think I've got another like inch of the foot and then I'll be on for the toes. So, and that's my, I think it was, oh, I don't know. Maureen, if you're watching, say it again. What was the yarn colour? But I think it was strawberry cheesecake, was it? So there's a bit of pooling, a bit of striping, some speckling going on. Right, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to cough. I'm laughing at myself. If you're regular, you know there's always a design feature in something I make. So I was having a merry old time knitting my two at the time socks, and then lovely. Now, what do we think? What do we think happened here? Comment below. Look at that. Dawn started working in the opposite direction, so I ended up sticking a purl row right in the middle of my sock. So look, there you can see. So you can see that's where so I'm going to have to put a stitch in the heel. By the time I realised, I was like, I'm not ripping this back. They're only for me. They'll be stuck in a shoe, so you won't see them. But yeah, and actually, these are on the Chigu one, and these are my favourite needles ever. And so when I don't know what it is when I'm knitting with these, it's like it's like butter, you know, your yarn flies off them. So I was a bit annoyed that I'd made the mistake on my favourite needles, but not to worry. So if I see, they're pretty much, yeah, they're pretty much around the same. Maybe I've done a bit more on that one. So yeah, next podcast they'll be finished. Hopefully, oops, sorry, I just moved the camera. Hopefully blocked. And then what I did, there are 100. I got 100 gram skein that I dyed up, and then I split them into 250s and very messily ball wound them. So there we go. So yeah, I've got back into socks. I've been wearing them a lot lately because of the energy situation. So my hand knitted socks, I've got a piece of wool in my coffee. My hand knitted socks are very welcome at the moment. Then the other thing, knitting wise, I'm just going to reach over and get this. So talking of languishing whips, the Yuletide blanket, I decided I had to pick this up again because I'm annoyed at myself that I went off it, and I really, really want to finish it. So, well, this is a beautiful project bag gifted to me by my lovely friend Karen, who Stitches and Jacks. If you're watching, Karen, love this bag. All British things. So, who remembers this bad boy? This is, let me tell you, get the pattern out. It is the Jet Stream Shawl by Julia Gudkowska. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sorry, I've scribbled on it. So this is what it should look like, obviously in black and white. And I had got halfway along here. So I'm going to show you. Again, this is my own hand-dyed yarn. Because my Etsy shop's sort of in time out at the moment because of Brexit. So yeah, I'm pretty much last time I shown this, I'd got here. I'd got up to here. So I did make a mistake. This should have been a 30 row repeat, and I only did 20 because I missed, you know, it was so long ago since I looked at the pattern. But I thought it's fine. So I think when I've done this, this bit is, I'm up to sort of here on the repeat. So I've done that. So I'm going to have to do another lace, I think a 5 row garter, and then I think I'm on for the lace bit of it, which is far more interesting. And I got bored with the garter stitch. I got bored, and I don't do a lot of car journeys where I'm a passenger, because in the summer when we do go, you know, day trips and stuff, Lawrence always drives, and because he gets car sick as a passenger, so it suits me just fine. And then I've noticed when I'm car journeys, I always take like socks, you know, mindless sort of knitting or crochet, and then I get loads done. So, you know, I think if I'd had a few more car journeys, I'd have got a lot further on this. But it does look nice. I'm pleased with it. And then the contrast, the lace, I don't know if I've got the ball band anymore. Oh, I do. So I don't know if you can see, it's got a bit of stellina in it. So as I said, this is my own. It's like a sock weight, finger weight yarn. It's 75% superwash merino and 25% polymead, the pink. And then the contrast is this Scheepjes Stardust. And it's 11% mohair, 11% wool, 75% acrylic, and the 3% is metallic polyester, which is basically stellina. And this colour is 652. But the stellina in it, I don't think you catch it up on camera. It's gold. It's beautiful. And I actually bought it to knit a hat with it. But I thought, you know what, that'll be lovely on the lace, give it a bit of twinkle. So yeah, I've got so many languishing whips lying around. I'm trying to be good, you know, and at least do like, you know, 10, 15 minutes a couple of times a week just to get on top of it. So yeah, I think now I'm off the boring garter stitch bit. I might be tempted to get going again on that. What else have I got knitting wise? Oh yes, oh, it's a big one. Last episode, I was wearing my, what's it called? I haven't got the pattern in front of me. The Open Trail sweater vest. Yeah, I was wearing, did a nice, lovely, pale sagey green colour. And a few of you reached out to me and said that you were going to knit it yourself, and asked advice about, you know, what yarn I'd knitted and stuff. And actually, Melanie, if you're watching, you sent me a picture of your finished one. It was beautiful. I think Jeanette might be knitting one as well. Actually, I think Jeanette's uploaded a podcast, so probably this afternoon that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and watch Jeanette. So I did cast on another one. I would have finished it actually if I hadn't been so busy with work, because once you're past knitting in the round, it does the back and front works up super quick. So this is, it's an acrylic wool blend. I haven't got the ball band. Again, this is from the budget shop Zayman's. Their wool range is very small, and they tend to sell out quite quickly, and some of them they don't repeat the range again. But I think this is from the Julia range, and it's like this nice toothy, I think it's like a 2-ply. It's a DK. So what I've done, I've held two together, two double, and now I'm on the back. I've not got much more to do on the back. I've done this one a little bit shorter. I wanted it more like a crop vest this time. The green one, I think it's sat on my waist, and this one I just wanted it a bit higher. But yeah, I'm really enjoying knitting on this. This is lovely. The only thing, I'm not a fan of purling, and I've not quite mastered continental purling. I've tried and tried and tried, and my brain just won't click with it. It's a free pattern, so I can share it with you. I'm doing mine on the 9mm Knit Pro Symphony, which I love these. They're lovely. And as I said, I'm holding two together of a DK, but the pattern calls for a chunky knit. So if you've not seen Jeanette, or you don't watch her, I would imagine she's shown hers on her podcast, and you can see how it knits up in a chunky. But yeah, hopefully by the time I film another podcast, I might be modelling this for you. Right, I'll just pop that on the floor. Okay, I'll move on to a bit of painting. How am I going to link this? So I think about a month or so ago, as I'm filming this, on the Dawn Stage channel, I did an unboxing, a product review for Painting by Numbers. And I think I did share them on the podcast. So one of the kits, I did start painting. So this was, it's got like this Clarice Cliff kind of, that's the number if you want to go and order it for yourself. And I ironed the canvas because it came rolled up and it ironed beautifully. And this is as far as I've got. So what I'm doing is I'm doing all the colour work, and I'll do the black outline at the end. And this blue, it's just blue. You know, there's no other colour mixed in with it. So, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed painting this. It's really, really enjoyable. And yeah, I'm super happy. The quality of it's lovely. So yeah, so I've been doing a bit of painting. I had to clear that away because we had a dinner here and I had all my gubbins out, and then out of sight, out of mind. So I'm going to leave this out now so I don't forget it. And then the only other thing, I don't think I showed you this on the last podcast, but a couple of months ago I went to like a tin art workshop. So I've made another one. So that's sort of, it's tin art and painting. You can see I've like done like blending. I've not finished it yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I was tempted to frame it, put it in a little frame and hang it in my creepy toilet. If you're new or you don't follow the vlog, my downstairs bathroom or cloakroom or loo, the spare loo, on the wall behind the toilet system, I've got like a gallery. It's like a gallery wall, and you know, anything a little bit strange and weird and wonderful goes on that wall, and I think that might look nice on there. So yeah, really, if you've not done this like Mexican folk art or tin art, it's like embossing tin, put it on the back. Oh, really, really enjoying this. Lovely. I would definitely want to do way more, and I'm thinking of things I could do for the doll's house with it. So yeah, so done a little bit of painting. So I think that's all I've got to share with you. I have got another, I'm looking at the table there. I've got, I like to follow, especially on my Instagram, a lot of like these Eastern European channels where they repurpose things like in an old vintage, you know, cottagecore, shabby chic style. And, you know, there's, I've seen like stunning jewellery boxes made from like a butter tub. And one of the ladies, I forget her name now, I follow on Instagram. I think she's from the Ukraine, and her grandfather, either her dad or grandfather, makes things in the workshop for her, and then she paints them and decorates them. And she does these like animals, and then, you know, from the, I don't know, the thrift store, and then she paints them and makes them into something wonderful. So I've got bits and pieces drying behind you. I haven't got the actual animal. I did share the bear that I'm making on my Instagram. So hopefully next podcast I can show you that. Really looks nice. Right, let's go to incoming. And don't forget, stay on because it's an incoming / giveaway. So incoming, I'll share what I've bought myself and then we'll do the last bit at the end. That makes a logical order. Right. Incoming. In the Netherlands, some of you from Holland, for Dutch, we have another like bargain store called The Action. And I've been after one of these hole punch popper sets for ages. And they've been a bit pricey, you know, on Amazon and bol.com, which is like the Dutch Amazon kind of store. So in our local budget store, The Action, they had this set. I think it was like €7 or €8. I actually, when I do make project bags, I also make zipper pouches and also scissor cases. And I always end up sewing poppers on. So this will really speed that up. And the little like scissor cases or notion pouches, they're nice when we have like open days at the art centre and I sell some things, handmade stuff. So they're like a nice, you know, quick, cheap make kind of thing. So I bought myself this little popper set. I've not tried it yet. I'm sure it's fine. I was sort of enabled to buy this by Jeanette. There's a hashtag. I think it's been going around a while. So I'm going to have a slurp. I think it's called hashtag amigurumi book tag. I think that's what it is. So Jeanette did it, and you show, it's a little video and you just show what amigurumi, like crochet or knitting amigurumi books you've got. If you don't know what amigurumi is, it's like crocheted or knitted toys. So this would be classed as amigurumi. So somebody nominated Jeanette to do it, and then I thought, oh, do you know, I fancy buying a new crochet book. I don't mind iron one. And then Helen Ketteridge, who's Marcy Makes Podcast, she nominated me to do the book tag. So I did share that on that video. Now, was that on this channel or the Dawn's Days? I can't remember. So I have, if you've seen it, I have shown this, but so this is an incoming. I was unable to buy a book, not this book, and then I did show it on the on the amigurumi book tag video. Gosh, I can't get my words out. So yeah, I bought this from again Amazon.nl, which is the Dutch Amazon site. Crochet Zodiac toys, and I thought these would make great little gifts. So you can see on the back all the different ones. Obviously that's Gemini, and that's Libra, that's me. And I did show the Taurus one. Which is the Taurus one? Is it that one? Yeah, with the little horns. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. It's got a little ring through the nose. It's so cute. But I thought they would make great little gifts, you know, birthday gifts. So if you're interested, this is Crochet Zodiac Dolls. Stitch the Horoscope with Astrological Amigurumi, and it's by Carli Mitrani. But it's not just crochet. Oh yeah, look, that's Lawrence's Aries. Isn't that so cute? It's not just the yarn patterns. It teaches you stitches, but there's also little bits about it, horoscopes about the elements and what personality traits and stuff like that. There's a bigger picture of the projects. So I haven't yet crocheted something out of that, but yeah, now I've sort of got back into my crochet again. Watch this space. There'll be some coming about that. And then the other thing, oh yeah, I also shared this in the vlog. I bought myself a little caddy, again from the Action. They had this dusky blue or a pale, dusky pink or pale blue one. So I bought that because it opens and you've got like a tray. And actually this tray has a tray within the tray. And I'm going to store all my paint stuff in. So I like these little singular paint tubes. They're from the Amsterdam brand. I like the small ones because aside from, you know, the painting, like, where's that hole? I painted this with Amsterdam acrylics. I also do a lot of, I hand paint a lot of the furniture in my doll's house. So, yeah, so I thought that was a really nice little, I think it was like a €5 purchase. So, yeah. So that was a treat and incoming. And then also, I was out shopping with one of my friends in the vlog. I shared it. I'm partial to a bit of diamond painting now and again. And by the checkout of the Action, they were selling these little kits for 99 cents. And they're magnet kits. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to grab that. And I was really pleasantly surprised. You get four magnets. And these are, they've got like their number, corresponding numbers. It's like painting by numbers really, but with they've got diamonds, they're little plastic stones. And then you peel this off and then they're super sticky. So it's like rocket lolly. What's that? Like a sundae, is it? Just thought they were really cute. And then you get all the little stones, the tray, put your stones in, the wax and the dabber. The dabber is hollow at the end, and then you just dab it in the wax, and it makes it easy to pick the little stones up. So I was going to do some of these, but I thought, no, I'll save the kit to show you. If you've never tried diamond painting, these tiny little kits are nice to have a go. I got a free kit from somewhere years ago. It was a flamingo. Was it a free kit or no? I actually might be telling a big fib there. I think I might have bought it, but like it was like a really cheap one, a flamingo. I don't even know where it is. It doesn't go with any of my decor. I just wanted the pleasure of making it, and yeah, I've done a few since. So if you've always wanted to have a go, keep a lookout for little kits. You know, inexpensive, but they give you the same kind of feeling of like painting by numbers or jigsaws. It's like that very, where you have to concentrate, very sort of mindfulness exercise. The only thing is, it's a bit heavy on the neck, that's all I will say. And at least with the painting by numbers, I'm going to buy myself a tabletop easel, because I did actually, my neck was bothering me, but I think if I'm stood up painting, I think in the Action of the budget store in the Netherlands, they have a tabletop easel for like €10. So yeah, just these little mindfulness projects are great to do, aren't they? So I thought I'd share that with you in case you've always wondered what it is and fancied having a go. Right, the last thing is, so this is an incoming and also a giveaway. Hopefully you would have seen, before this video, I would have uploaded an unboxing video. And the painting by numbers kits, I did the unboxing video on the Dawn Stage channel, and then I did share it in the podcast. Another company reached out to me who make, it's a web shop, and they make tote bags, zipper bags, makeup bags. They also had like picnic bags, you know, any kind of bag kind of thing. And they reached out to me and asked if I would like to do a product review for them. So I do, even though the channel's not really big, and the Dawn Stage channel, the following there is a bit bigger than the podcast channel. I'm very sort of aware of what I say yes and no to. I've been asked to review a few things over the years, and if I don't think it's relevant to my audience, I just politely say thank you, but I decline. But the paint by numbers, because it's craft related, I really enjoyed that. Anyway, this other company reached out to me who make the tote bags, and they're called Whisk, W-I-S-F. I'll put links below. And so I've done a dedicated unboxing, and in that video I said that I would announce a giveaway in the podcast. So if you want to go and watch the full unboxing, hopefully there's a link below for that. And if not, just click on my channel and you'll see it in the recent videos. So I'm going to, I'll show you that I have got 3 bags. I'm keeping 2 for myself, and the third one I'm going to give away to one of you guys. So if you haven't seen it, just a quick, I'm not going to do like the quality and stuff. This one I'm keeping for myself. If you watch the vlogs, this is like my ginger fluffy cat Daxter, and obviously in the Van Gogh style, because I live in the Netherlands. So that's a tote bag I'm keeping for myself, and that's just like a plain tote. I'm really impressed with the quality, and they're very affordable. If you're interested, I have got a 5% discount code on that. I'll put it below, but it's also on the unboxing video. This one's lovely. I'm really pleased with this one. This is like a box bottom zipper one again. Daxter, the cats, and it's like a fun retro. It's only printed on one side, and this is lined. I unboxed, I actually opened them live as I was filming, so it's lined. And then I discovered actually on camera it had a little pocket in it as well, zip pocket. So yeah, I'm keeping this one for myself because this will be great for the beach. And also, if you watch the vlog, we have a little motorboat, so I'm always taking bags of stuff. However, this is the one I'm going to give away to you guys. So it's not a really expensive gift, but I did, when they asked me to choose some products to share, I did purposely choose this one because of the link to me and to give it away. So it's not you know, it's not a really expensive gift. It's just a very sort of, you know, budget friendly tote bag. So it's got like a webbing, very sturdy straps. It will go over your shoulder to use it as a shopping bag, a project bag, any kind of bag you want. But yeah, it's got a bee on it. So in case you haven't noticed, the bee is my logo for Dawn's Days and the Woven Almanac, in case you didn't know. And it's on my Instagram, it's everywhere. And it's because the bee is actually the symbol of Manchester, which is where I'm from. So I am obsessed. I love bees. I really, really love bees. So I'm going to give this away. If you want to enter, just write in the comments below, giveaway. It's open worldwide. And then I think you've got, from the day of posting this, you've probably got around a month to enter. When it's closed, I'll write in the title of the video, closed. And then I'll announce the winner in the next podcast in episode 11. So yeah, enter away. I'll try and put a couple of other little bits and bobs in with the prize as well. Hopefully just keep the postage down, because I mean it folds to next to nothing. So yes, if you would like to enter, go ahead. The other thing I do want to mention as well is if you also have a podcast and you would like me to give you a shout out, please let me know, or feel free to put your YouTube channel in the comments below and share the love. You know, some of the viewers, you know, we all, I mean, as I am a YouTube consumer as well as a YouTuber, and you know, I watch a lot of vlogs and podcasts, and so yeah, if you're on YouTube and you would like to share your channel, link it below in the description box, or just say, and then everybody read the comments and maybe you find some new channels. You're very, very welcome. I don't mind that. It's not pushy, it's not cheeky. Feel free. Right, at this point, I think I've waffled about everything I wanted to say. So thanks again for stopping by the channel. And don't forget, if you haven't done so already, maybe you want to subscribe to the channel and, you know, say hello in the comments. My email address, everything is linked below. And yeah, lovely to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. And if I don't see you in the vlog on Dawn's Days, I will see you in the next podcast. Bye for now.